Hey, before I start, if you enjoy these real-life heartbreaking stories, make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave your thoughts and comments. I really want to know what you do in my situation. It was the night of my wife's birthday. I'd been planning this party for weeks, carefully inviting her closest friends, making sure everything was perfect. I wanted it to be a night where she felt loved, celebrated, and cherished. And I thought we were solid. I thought I knew her. The first sign something was off hit me about an hour before the party. My wife, Emma, had been texting incessantly, hiding her phone in her purse every time I glanced at it. I chalked it up to pre-party nerves. Maybe she was coordinating with friends. Maybe it was last-minute decorations. I tried to shake off the small twinge of doubt gnawing at me. Guests started arriving. Laughter filled the room, and I felt that warm pulse of pride watching Emma light up with joy. I poured her a glass of champagne and went to kiss her, and that's when it happened. Her smile froze. Not a slight pause, not a hesitant second. Her whole body stiffened, and her eyes flickered somewhere past me. Then, softly, almost like a warning, she said, "Oh, you shouldn't." "What do you mean?" I asked, confusion tightening my chest. Her ex, Mark, was walking in, the man she had dated for years before me. The one I knew she had never fully gotten over, at least in vague conversations. But I'd never imagined he'd show up here on her birthday, and certainly not without warning. Emma's reaction to him said everything. She didn't run to hug him like a friend greeting an acquaintance. She didn't even glance at me in that moment. She lingered near the door, letting him approach her, her hand brushing against his almost instinctively, her voice soft in a way it had never been with me. My chest tightened. A slow, crawling panic began. Throughout the evening, subtle signs built a narrative I didn't want to see. Whispered messages that stopped when I walked by, smiles that seemed rehearsed, laughter that cut through me like ice. I tried to tell myself I was imagining it, that maybe I was overreacting. But when I glanced at her phone left carelessly on the counter, a text preview made my stomach drop. "Can't wait to see you tonight. Everything will be like old times." My mind raced, memories surfacing like a storm. Times she had said she loved me. Times she claimed she was busy when she was really texting someone else. Little excuses, small lies, things that didn't make sense until now. I confronted her later, gently at first, trying to mask my fear with calm. "Emma, I saw the message. What's going on?" Her eyes, usually so open and warm, looked away. "It's nothing, I swear. Just old friends catching up." But I couldn't shake it. I remembered the way she had tensed when I moved in for that first kiss of the night. I remembered the whispers, the glances, and then I saw them together, Mark leaning closer, her laughing a little too freely. Every second etched itself into me, each detail a fresh stab. I couldn't take it anymore. I asked her to come outside, away from everyone. The cold air hit us both, and for the first time in months, I saw her real face. Guilty, hesitant, torn. "Emma, I need the truth," I said, my voice breaking. She took a shaky breath. I didn't mean for it to happen. But Mark and we met up a few weeks ago. It wasn't just friendly. I didn't tell you because I was scared. Scared of me? Of losing me? Or of losing herself in a lie that had already stolen pieces of our life. I felt my world collapse and rebuild at the same time. Anger, heartbreak, disbelief, it all poured over me in waves. I wanted to scream, to cry, to shake her until she understood the depth of the damage. But I also wanted to walk away quietly, preserving what little dignity I had left. We didn't fight in the dramatic, cinematic way movies would have made it. There were no doors slammed, no broken glass, just a long, suffocating silence and two people staring at what they had become. I made a decision that night. I couldn't stay, not with the betrayal sitting like a stone in my chest. But I also couldn't leave without understanding everything. We talked, slowly, painfully, about the months she'd hidden this, about the choices, about the guilt. She cried. I stayed silent, letting her release what I could not. By the time I left the party, Emma was inside, surrounded by people who thought everything was normal. But I knew the truth. The party, the laughter, the celebration, it was all a mask. and I had finally removed mine. Walking to my car, I realized something crucial. Pain teaches you strength in ways love alone never does. The heartbreak would sting, memories would ache, but I had my integrity. I had my self-respect. And most importantly, I had the chance to rebuild a life free of deception. That night, under the cold glow of the streetlights, I promised myself something. I would remember, but I would not be defined by betrayal. I would heal, I would grow, and someday I would trust again, but carefully, with eyes wide open. Emma, and I didn't end with hatred. Not fully. Just a quiet, necessary goodbye, with lessons carved deep. The house would echo with memories, but my heart would learn to be silent about some, loud about others, and cautious always. If you've ever been betrayed or caught in a moment like this, I want to hear your thoughts. Could you forgive, or would you walk away like I did? Comment below, and let's talk about it.